Chute is called the Division I Championship. He will be fighting against Prairie.
Go ahead and shoot it. You're the last game? Were you the last game? I think they've already done. They did it last game. I don't think they'll do it now. Yeah, they're doing it.
And now the starting lineup for the Pirates. Leading off for the playing shortstop, number 4, Joey Powers. Batting second in playing center field, number 25, Ryan Prairie. Batting third at second base, number 13, Jordan Peterson. Batting fourth at playing third base, number 2, Brock Maphorn. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 7, Ben Messenger. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 44, Brett Newell. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 24, Lucas Lindahl. Batting eighth and catching, number 21, Drew Newell. And batting ninth and designated hitter, number 8, Hunter Allen. Pitching for Newport, number 5, Ryan Friedrich. The assistant coaches for the Pirates are Hunter Knudsen, Mark Peters, Jeff Turkey, John Gabler, Paul Alexander, Jesse Wilson, Josh Moser and John Myers. And the head coach of the Bayport Pirates, Mike Simons. The umpires will announce the Division I championship at home plate, Ron Quirk. At first base, Tom Cameroon. At second base, Mike Klein. And at third base, Todd Prairie. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we're going to the and join Brother O'Neill from Sun Prairie in the singing of our national anthem.
Back here at the yard in Appleton, Grand Chute to be exact. Division I state final between Sun Prairie and Bayport. If you're into rankings, polls, then the Wisconsin Baseball Coaches Association final poll said Sun Prairie was #1 at the end of the season. And with a record of 30-1 now heading into the championship, and their only loss coming early in the season to Oconomowoc, they deserve that ranking. Bayport ranked #9 in the last coaches poll of the season. But we'll dispense the numbers that we touched on in the open about these two very good programs. Bayport in the field first, so the Cardinals will swing the sticks first. And their batting order looks like this. Aaron Schmidt, the second baseman, to lead things off, followed by Nate Hoffman. Tony Butler, talked about him in the open. He pitches, bats third. Zach Fairchild is his catcher in the cleanup spot. Colt Mayer is the first baseman, batting fifth, followed by Carter Brecky, the third baseman. Ryan Curran, the right fielder. Jonah Lund is the left fielder, batting eighth. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Michael Garvey.
And Garvey's promising. The 1,000 average, a little misleading. In his debut the other night and got a hit. He's 1 for 1 in his high school varsity career. That lineup will face Ryan Prairie. You see, 5-2 on the year. This is his 9th game. They've all been starts. Thrown 3 complete games and a shutout, and there you see the rest of his numbers. Ryan Prairie is a junior, 6'1", 175 pounds, and the right-hander will face a lineup that collectively hits .343 as a team, has banged out 8 home runs, and isn't afraid to steal bases.
The umpires for this D1 tilt, as you look at Rob Hamilton, the head coach at Sun Prairie. The umpires are Ron Quirk calling balls and strikes, Tom Cameroon over at first, Michael Klein at second and Todd Krieger over at third.
WIAA picks the best of the blue guys from around the state, and they bring them to Appleton. Congrats to those guys. Let's hope they call a good game.
And the first pitch in there for a strike to Aaron Schmidt.
Aaron Schmidt's come on strong for Sun Prairie down the stretch. A .412 hitter with 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs.
Missing there, 1-1 to Schmidt.
It's 2 for 7 in the tournament. Has scored 3 runs. He had a couple triples. That tied a WIAA record for most triples in a game.
Here's a bouncer to short. Kellerwertz is there and makes the play. Defensively for Bayport, it's Messenger in left, Greybig in center, and Lindau in right. Macomb over at third, Kellerwertz at short, Peterson at second, Brett Neville at first, Drew behind the plate for Frieder.
Pretty good defensive team. In fact, they pride themselves in how they play the game. Both these teams do, but they stress pitching and defense.
Here's Nate Hoffman. Nate pitched the quarterfinal contest 2 days ago for the Cardinals. Nate, the Big 8 Player of the Year. And when you put up an unbeaten win-loss mark and an ERA of .75, yep, that's good enough.
He's a wonderful pitcher. He has a good curveball. He'll toil at Madison College next year. With the bat, Nate hits .375. Got 4 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs.
Upstairs, 2-1.
In the tournament, Hoffman's struggled with the bat. He's 1 for 6. In fact, he fanned 3 times. Quarterfinal and semifinals in Division I were played on Tuesday. They had a day off yesterday and back here for the Under the Lights final on Championship Thursday.
Frieder down 3-1 to Hoffman. Hot smash. Past the third baseman, Macomb. Into the corner, Hoffman on his horse. He'll be in there, sliding with a double. Well, the back of Hoffman awakes here in the D1 championship.
This one takes a bad hop on Macomb, the third baseman. Let's see if we can pick it up. But he gets underneath his glove and goes down in the corner. He's thinking double out of the box and beats Messenger's throw. Sun Prairie's got a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the first.
And it'll bring up the dangerous Tony Butler. As Bill talked about, only a junior. Terrific player up the middle when he's playing shortstop, but again, they need his athleticism on the hill tonight. Unanimous all Big 8 first teamer. First teamer, in fact, all 3 years he's played baseball at Sun Prairie. Hit over 500 in Big 8 games this year. And you can see that swing right there. He gets his money's worth.
Butler's in the tournament 5 for 8. That's .625. He came into the tournament hitting .542. Again, he's told Virginia he will come play D1 ball there after his senior year next year. TCU also brought Butler down for an unofficial visit, as a lot of northern schools, Minnesota, Michigan State among them, that contacted Butler, but he'll play at Virginia.
That one way upstairs and outside, 1-2. In a previous game, you and I, we were running over some of the possible names of Player of the Year in the state of Wisconsin. I threw out Butler. I totally forgot that he's only a junior because the kid plays like a seasoned veteran. That's strike 3, but the ball gets away and Butler will be aboard and Hoffman will be at third.
If they'll call that a pass ball on Neville or not. But Butler had the savvy to break for first. Hoffman takes the extra base as well. There's runners on the corners with 1 out after a strikeout at Butler. The ball went right between the catcher's legs.
See Drew Neville checking in the Bayport dugout.
Now he's going to go to the mound. I think he's going to give out defensive signals on what happens if Butler would run. Again, Butler is the stolen base leader on this club. We don't have updated stats, but a month ago, Butler was 14 of 16 on stolen bases. Those are more updated than the stats provided in the WIAA release.
Fairchild to first. They come home. Not in time. Hoffman beat the throw. Beautiful slide on the outside of the plate. And it's 1-0 Sun Prairie.
Ball's been taking big hops all tournament. And you can see this is a bounder that goes to Brad Neville. He decides to throw home instead of taking the sure out. Gives Drew Neville a good feed, but Hoffman beats it with a nice slide.
Good look right here. Slid on the outside. Neville with the sweep tag was late. And you see home plate umpire Ron Quirk right there. Good call. Cards up first. Here's Mayer, the first baseman. Takes one upstairs.
Mayer was the hero in the semifinals. It was his extra inning hit that beat Sun Prairie the other night. After Butler had the big hit in extra innings and double that got people into running a scoring position.
Neville still can't find the baseball. He's having all kinds of issues behind the plate.
He's certainly been in the middle of everything.
I think Drew would appreciate a little less tumultuous action around the plate at the moment, but it remains dicey. Runners now at second and third with one down, and Mayer up there with a chance to bang in a couple more. Fouls this one off.
Mayer's 2 for 3 in the tournament with 3 RBIs. On the year, he had 356. Rob Hamilton likes what he sees in the early going. Infield coming in for Bayport.
O'Peace swatted at the plate, 2-2. There's Rob Hamilton, 20th year with the program, 12th as the head coach.
220 wins in 20 years, not bad. For 12 years.
Again, sliced foul. Butler at third, Fairchild at second. And the troubles continue. And another run in for Sun Prairie. It's 2-0. Neville and Frieder not on the same page early on.
That's a tough run if you're Bayport there, as Butler struck out, went to first on a pass ball, the second, or this came around the bases on wild pitches. Well, went second on a wild pitch to third on a fielder's choice and came in on a wild pitch.
And there's Fairchild, 90 feet away from making it 3-0. He'll hold at third. Throw to first is off the bag, but Brett Neville there to apply the tag. 2 down. And now Brecky, the third baseman. Ryan Frieder, he needs to rub some more rabbit's feet or something. He pitched a no-hitter for Sheboygan North this year. It took 9 innings, but he lost the game on an unearned run in the 9th. 1-0. Also struck out 9 in that ball game. (2-0) to Carter Brecky. Brecky only a junior.
361 hitter on the season. In the tournament, he's just 1 for 6.
Bouncer gets through. Second hit of the frame, third run of the first. Sun Prairie jumping on Bayport here in the top half of inning number 1, 3-0.
Those 2 out hits are killers. Brecky bounces one through, past the shortstop Calwerts. It's his first RBI of the tournament, but a 2 out RBI always hurts a lot more. 3-0 Cardinals.
And now Ryan Kerr in the right fielder. That one low, 1-0.
Sun Prairie's only loss came to Oconomowoc, a state tournament team, in the 5th game of the season. They have won 26 games since. They're 30-1. In the process, they set a school record for most wins in a season. And they have carried that number 1 ranking that Bob talked about since late April.
2-0 to Curran. Another bouncer deep in the hole. Flagged by Calwerts, but that's all he'll do. Got there, knocked it down, couldn't find the handle. The inning continues.
Call that a hit. It's going to be a tough chance.
And now Jonah Lund. And Lund is the number 8 hitter, but he has been productive of late in that number 8 spot. He's helped to knock some runs in and turn the lineup card over and get back to the dangerous top of this order.
Lund's a .377 hitter. He's gone 0 for 7 in Grand Chute. He'd love to break the 0 for right here.
Takes a strike there. And another one, 0-2. Two on with 2 down. 3 in for Sun Prairie. Swing and a miss. Jonah Lund strikes out, but the Cards send 8 to the plate in their half of the first and put a 3 spot on the scoreboard. The Pirates from Bayport will swing the sticks when we return. Back here in Grand Chute, Cards with the early advantage, but the Bayport Pirates, with a record of 25-6, will send their offense to the plate for their first hacks, leading off with the shortstop Joey Calwerts, then the center fielder Ryan Grabig, second baseman Colton Peterson bats third, and the cleanup hitter is Brock Mackholm, the third baseman. Ben Messenger, the left fielder, a good one, bats fifth. Then Brett Neville, the first baseman. Lucas Lindow, the right fielder. Drew Neville, the catcher, bats eighth. And Hunter Callan, the DH, is the number 9 hitter. And on the hill for Sun Prairie, it's that young man and his numbers. And they're good on the hill. They're great in the field when he's playing shortstop. And on the hill, Bill, they don't lose much more.
Well, this is his 26th start. He kind of starts at shortstop. This is one of his rare starts as a starting pitcher. This year, he's only thrown 19 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 5, and struck out 12. He had a save in the sectionals. He pitched 2 2/3 innings of relief. He did throw a no-hitter in one of his previous starts. That was a complete game shutout. This is a strike thrower who doesn't take much time. He gets the ball and says, here, I'm going to challenge you. I want to compete. Hit it.
And throws hard, too. 1-2 to Calwerts. Yep, ready, set, go. Caught by the first baseman, Mayer. One down defensively for Sun Prairie.
And they aren't as good a team defensively with Butler on the mound, but they're still a good defensive team.
Lund in left, Funnel in center, Curran in right, Brecky, Hoffman, Schmidt, and Mayer around the horn. Fairchild's the catcher, and Butler on the hill. One up and one down. Graybig the hitter now.
Ryan's brother Sean, a key component to the 09 and 10 Bayport champions. And this kid looks like a pretty good hitter himself.
Yep, Ryan, a first team all-conference out of the Fox River Classic. Butler just missing there, 1 and 2.
Graybeck walked 8 times on Tuesday, 4 times in each game.
Some groans from the crowd. 2 and 2.
He's obviously got a good eye at the plate. It's also 1 for 2 when he swings the bat at tournament action.
And patience, as you can see. Down 0-2, runs the count full.
Ryan Graybeck's a .429 hitter coming into the tournament with 13 RBIs. And he was second in the team in walks with 15.
3-2. Strike 3 called. Punch out number 1 for Butler. 2 down here in the first. And now Colton Peterson, the second baseman.
I say, he just throws strikes. He competes. He goes all his tools. His heart might be his best one. He plays hard. And
And not a real flashy kid either. Very businesslike. Has a game face on. Very serious. But not a lot of gyrations out there if he's playing short or on the hill. He's just a kid that's dialed in and goes about his business playing baseball to the best of his ability. 2 and 1 here to Peterson.
Colton Peterson's a senior. .426 hitter. 6 doubles, 17 RBIs. 3 for 7 in the tournament with 3 knocked in.
Those numbers earned Colton first team all-conference honors as well.
On Tuesday, Bayport blanked Kenosha Bradford 9-0 behind Ben Messenger. And then beat Hartford 7-3 to punch their ticket here for the first time since winning the championship in 09 and 10.
Come on, Tony. Let's go,
2 and 2 with 2 down. Smash. Gobbled up by Brecky. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in their half of the first. 3-0 our scores. We head to the second. Back here in Appleton, I'm sure glad the fans here are sporting the team colors, the navy blue and the cardinal red, because we got 2 teams, Bill, wearing the home whites.
Yeah, apparently they couldn't get together on the memo on who's wearing white tonight. Fans got it, though. And we have a lot of fans here. This is the biggest crowd for a title game I've seen in a number of years.
Michael Garvey, the hitter, number 9 hitter to kickstart things for Sun Prairie in the second. Yeah, they actually held the start time of this game a few extra minutes to make sure that everybody got in the house. There were fans waiting to buy tickets here at Time Warner Cable Field, lined up. And the Sun Prairie faithful, they had a tug of war day going on here because the girls were in action down in Madison playing in the state softball championship. They took care of business, beating Franklin 10-0.
I'm going to wait till Becky from the WIAA runs this event. A lot of people came up from softball to attend baseball, and that was what caused the lines. And to accommodate those ticket lines at the ticket windows, we did delay this game a bit. Bayport, from nearby Fox Valley, always supports their team well. Surprising good sports town too, and they have shown out to represent tonight. So far, it's been all Sun Prairie as Michael Garvey, the freshman DH, cooks a leadoff walk.
Flips the lineup card over to Aaron Schmidt, the leadoff man. Grounded out to short in his first AB. Garvey back in time.
No one has much of a book on Garvey. Again, a freshman called up from the varsity. He got a hit in his first varsity at bat in the state tournament.
And he's aboard here in his first AB in the championship game. 2-0 to Schmidt. There's a strike, 2-1. Hoffman in the on-deck circle. And Schmidt taking again, 2-2.
Aaron Schmidt said he will play next year at Edgewood College in Madison. He has come on strong.
Yeah, they moved him from the number 2 spot in the lineup to leadoff because he was hitting so well, and they wanted that spark right out of the chute.
He's a good player.
He runs the count full here, 3-2. We'll keep an eye on the youngster Garvey at first. There he goes. Back to the box. Frieder. Tag applied. The throw was high, but fortunately reeled in by Colton Peterson to at least get the out at second.
I think the freshman fooled everybody. That ball's caught on the fly. He doesn't have to tag him. It's a force play, but he does. And freshman pulled up like he didn't have to get to second base. He's going to get a rundown. Anyway, it's your basic 1-6-4. It's when it's all said and done.
Hoffman, base hit to left. And Hoffman's 2 for 2. 2 aboard with 1 down, and here comes Butler. Butler reached in the first. He struck out, but when the ball squirted away from Neville, he raced down to first, and it was costly because he came around to eventually score on another wild pitch. Tony, base hit to left. Rob Hamilton will hold the runners. Base is loaded with 1 down. Butler doesn't waste any time pitching or hitting.
Finds the hole here between short and third. Butler in the tournament now, 6 for 9 with 4 runs scored and 2 RBIs. And 1 scoreless inning on the mound.
So with the bases loaded and 1 down, the switch hitting catcher, Zach Fairchild, steps in. First team all Big 8. He goes after the first pitch, launches it to left. Messenger going back, and catch made on the warning track. Tagging and scoring is Schmidt, with Hoffman moving up to third. Another run in. Makes it 4-0 Sun Prairie.
The wind's been blowing out to left all day. Fairchild got that fly ball up in the wind and then kept carrying further and further back till Messenger runs into the track after making the catch in this sac fly. Schmidt scores easily.
I think we're going to have a discussion here. Maybe if one of the runners left early.
I think they're said that, I think they're saying that Peel is second. The runner left early, but Mike Simons was challenging that the umpire said he did not. Hoffman tagged and went to third, and they were taking umbrage with the fact that he left legally.
So you've got Butler at first and Hoffman now at third, 2 down. Runner goes from first, and it's fouled off by Coit. Coit grounded out in the first. When he's in the field playing first base, Rob Hamilton said Coit is as good a first baseman as they have ever had at Sun Prairie. Defensively, he's got good hands. Not the tallest guy, not the biggest guy over there, not the biggest target, but anything in his zip code, he gobbles it up. Down 0-2 here. Runner goes from first, throw down is cut off. And again, Bayport not willing to have anything dangerous happen around second base and allow Hoffman to score from third, so they let Butler go through.
Infield's coming in with 2 outs. I don't understand why.
And yeah, you're right. Callowert started to jog in, and then while the pitch was coming, he backpedaled quickly.
And Calwert's obviously the leader of that infield because Peterson, the second baseman, followed his lead. Now they're going to put a shift on from there.
And he lifts it into center field, right center, with Graybick drifting over to make the catch. But another run home for Sun Prairie in the second. Their lead balloons to 4-0 here at the D1 State Championship. The winner of this tournament has been the weather this year. Outstanding from beginning to end. And luckily we can say that because we were all checking the radar earlier this afternoon on this championship Thursday. There was a big blob of rain out to the west, and it skirted just north of Appleton and continues to push through there. So Mother Nature finally shining on all of us here in Grand Chute. Brock Macomb leads it off for Bayport, the cleanup hitter. Then Messenger and Brett Neville down a 4 spot.
I agree with you. There has never been better weather than we've seen the last 3 days here. I think at the least you can say we've tied a record for the best weather ever.
Easily.
Cool and crisp late at night, and we've had some late nights, but it has been sunny and perfect conditions for fans and athletes.
2-2 to Brock.
Earlier today, Coleman won the Division IV championship, besting Johnson Creek 20-11.
There's a roller off the end of the bat, and Schmidt makes the play, 1 down.
Division III title goes to Prescott, which eked out a 4-3 8-inning victory in a very well-played Division III title game. And Portage beat Ellsworth to win the Division II title.
Here is Ben Messenger.
If Bennett hasn't been the star of this Division I tournament, Ben Messenger has. He is 4 of 6 at the plate with a double, triple, and 5 RBIs.
And another hit. Laced into the left field corner. Messenger at it again. Aboard here with a single with 1 out in the second.
On the mound, Butler threw a 3-hit shutout on opening day. Complete game where he struck out 16, among the top 10 performances ever. Strikeout for the strikeout advantage in the Division I tournament. He walked 5 in that game, but he was good. The last 17 in a row, if I recall.
See Mike Simons digging in that third base coaching box.
I think that's actually the coach. Mike, believe, like the pro guys, delivers the sign from the bench.
Yes. Thank you, Bill. Upstairs to Neville. Brett this time, 1-1.
And to continue the pseudo argument we had in the open, Simons has gone 305 and 140 since being hired in 1994. And this program, you certainly can make the argument, is among the best in the state. They're here for the 7th time since 12 years, and they've won 2 titles in that span.
One and 2 to Brett. Second team all-conference infielder. And you can see the good size on number 44, defensive end and tackle on Bayport's football team. That's a football body right there. Swinging a big baseball stick right there, but just foul.
I should also mention, I think I did in the argument of best programs since 2000, added Kenosha Bradford, which won 2 years back and seems to be here all the time, and Kimberly, which under Coach McGinnis seems to be here all the time. Eau Claire North, the defending champ, certainly runs a nice program. Has had great success.
Fisted, back behind second, tracked down by Schmidt.
And this one of the rare years that Burlington Catholic Central and Kenosha St. Joe's are not here.
And Kimberly, for that matter.
Yeah, I say Kimberly. I think McGinnis does a great job at Kimberly.
2 down, and now Lindau, the right fielder.
So you could have a spirited argument on who is has been the best high school program in the state since 2000. But these two teams certainly would be in the mix.
Lucas goes after the first pitch. Wicked hop. Schmidt stays with it and retires aside. He was in on all 3 outs. Sandwiched around a base hit in that second inning. Nothing on the scoreboard for Bayport. To the third we go. It's 4-0 Sun Prairie. Bayport scratches out their first hit of this contest, but nothing in the runs column so far. Trailing the Redbirds 4-0. Brecky will lead it off, followed by Kern and Lund here in the third for Sun Prairie. As Brecky takes a strike. Single back in the first, an RBI single for Carter.
Sun Prairie got here by beating Appleton North 6-4 on the first day. And then edged Stevens Point 4-3 in 9 innings in the semifinals. Mayor, we told you, with the bases-loaded game-winning hit in the 9th. But the story of that game was also Ryan Roscoe, the pitcher, threw 133 pitches and throwing a complete game and beating a good Spatch team.
And Nate Hoffman pitched the quarter. Roscoe came in and went the distance in the semi. Calawerts takes care of Brecky, 1 up and 1 down. And Kern, the right fielder, single his first time up. If you want to go on titles alone since the year 2000, well, 2 each for these ball clubs. Sun Prairie back-to-back in 05 and 06. Bayport back-to-back in 09 and 2010. And that one hit Kern. So he's aboard with 1 down.
And as our friend Dennis Semmerow pointed out to us, whenever Sun Prairie has reached the title game, they have won the title game.
Yep. Besides 05 and 06, the first one was 74, then 94, then 97. So 5 titles in all. Never been a bridesmaid. Jonah Lund, high fly pop-up. And Calawerts on the grass, 2 down. And now Garvey, the DH. And Bill told you Sun Prairie's lone loss early in the season, only a 1-run loss. It came against Oconomowoc, 5-4. Cooney was here in the state tournament. One of the final 8 in D1. So an impressive regular season and an impressive run in the postseason so far for these Redbirds.
And Sun Prairie takes on all comers. I mean, they're playing the Big 8, where Janesville Craig was a bit more than a decent team. Middleton was a state tournament team out of the Big 8.
They beat Hartford, who was also here.
Yeah, they Exactly, and they played Oconomowoc. Took a doubleheader from Kimberly, again a state power. Beat Stevens Point in their own tournament, where Burlington was in that in May. So they take on a lot of teams. I mean, I think Rob Hamilton not afraid to play a tough schedule.
Garvey lifts it foul.
And they have a beautiful facility. They even went out and got a lot of support. Now it's Summit Credit Union Field with actually got a naming rights to help underwrite the cost of the artificial turf field, which is a real benefit in this climate. It's got to be as nice a high school facility as there is in the state. Waupun, I know, is getting a new turf field, but Sun Prairie's is very nice. Mike Simons went out and raised $100,000 for lights for Bayport's facility. That's what you do when you're building a program. You get youth coaches that teach kids how to play the game right.
Garvey to the gap in left center. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Curran on his horse, waved home. No throw, 5-0 Cardinals. And how about Curry, or rather Garvey?
I was going to say, when you get good youth coaches, you can bring freshmen in the state tournament,
right,
and they never get retired. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk in 3 state tournament games. Not bad for a 9th grader. Garvey shoots the gap here. We've talked off the last 3 days about all the room in left and right center here in this minor league park, and Garvey hit it to the right spot. It scored Curtin. He's at second, and Sun Prairie adds on. It's 5-0.
Well, Garvey may not have stats in the game program here, but he is piling up some impressive stats here at the tournament when he gets this opportunity.
How about Rob Hamilton taking a shot at starting a freshman in the state championship game? He's got a walk and a run scoring double.
And that's in the number 9 spot as the DH. And now here you go. Still trouble, and back to the top of the order, and Aaron Schmidt.
Mike Simons to the mound to try to settle Frieder down. No activity in the bullpen, so I think that was a speech to try to convince Frieder to throw strikes and believe in himself, and we'll back you up if you throw the ball over the plate. But yeah, Schmidt up for the 3rd time in 3 innings.
Takes a strike there, 1-1.
After Messenger threw a complete game in the quarterfinals, Bayport turned to senior Jack Violetta.
In the air. Left field, Messenger, long run. But makes the jog in and makes the catch. Side retire, but another tally on the board for Sun Prairie. 2.5, 5-0 now, Redbirds. Now the Redbirds out to the 5-0 advantage here, making their fans happy with the early results. Bayport, not so much. Trying to still get the feel here, get their footing, and produce here at the plate against Tony Butler. One driven deep but foul by Drew Neville. It's Drew Neville, then Callan the DH. Both DHs are hitting in the number 9 spot in this game, and then back to the top of the order in Calawerts.
Drew Neville, 146 hitter coming into the tournament, is 2 for 3 here with a double and an RBI.
Sliced foul.
Told you Messenger threw a shutout in the quarterfinals. Jack Violetta was the winning pitcher in the win over Hartford Union. He scattered 12 hits, and that's what he did. He didn't walk anybody. It showed the value of keeping base on balls to a minimum, as he scattered 12 hits and allowed but 3 runs. He walked 1, I guess, in that game. But point was, there were a lot of base runners, but he pitched in and out of trouble and got the Pirates into the title game.
Major League pop-up. Foul territory. Brecky makes the catch. And Neville retired. Yeah, that is scattering, isn't it?
That was a classic scattering of 12 hits, yeah. But to Violetta's credit, he finished the game. I mean, they had a lot of opportunities to KO the little lefty, and they couldn't do it, Hartford. And it was a gutty effort, and he wanted to finish his last game as a high school senior, and he did. And there is action now in the bullpen for Bayport.
Here's Hunter Callan, the DH. And the junior takes a strike. The Sun Prairie win over Stevens Point. Fair to say, Bill, that was a testy game. Emotions were running high between two perennial state participants. Stevens Point with a gaudy resume as well and some state championships, and coaches got into it. Fans were spirited.
Yeah, it was a good crowd that night.
Mm-hmm.
And a vibrant crowd, and we had bang plays on the bases.
There's a roll at a short. Hoffman, 2 down. And Grabig, the center fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
And again, Butler not going to overpower you. He's going to throw strikes and keep the ball down, get a lot of ground ball outs. That's 4 ground ball outs in the first 3 innings. Nobody's hit the ball out of the infield except Messenger, who's singled down the left field line.
Here's another ground ball, the second. Schmidt will make the play. 3 up, 3 down for Bayport. Tony Butler in control and leading 5-0 after 3.
Number 3, Taylor Noe.
5-0 our score. The 4th inning about to commence in this Division I championship tilt. Bob Brainerd, Bill Brophy with you. Our When We Were Young production guys here for the final game of the tournament to crown our final champion.
Taylor Neuer coming to replace Neville as the catcher. He's a senior.
That one laced into the crowd.
Hoffman, Butler, and Fairchild again for the third time, and this is just the fourth inning.
Strike to Hoffman, 0-2. Hoffman 2 for 2. Doubled in the first, singled in the second. In the air to right. And it falls in front of Lindo. Another base hit for Hoffman.
Lindo's playing pretty deep. Again, we've talked a lot about bats over the last 3 days, and the BB Corps bats coming to high school baseball this year. The sweet spot not as big in the bat. Anyway, you've seen outfielders play a lot more shallow this year, particularly obvious in this minor league park with such big dimensions. But Lindau was playing Hoffman deep there and had a long way to go. Couldn't get that blooper, and Hoffman's on with a leadoff single here in the fourth. Here's Tony Butler.
Now Butler, who loves going after that first pitch, does again there. He did that his last day being the second and singled. Little blooper, could be trouble. It is. Falls in for another base hit. 2 up, 2 on, and Fairchild the catcher.
Butler now 2 of 3 tonight, 7 of 10 in the tournament. Goes the other way here. This one's certainly not hit hard, but it finds some green in the outfield as again Lindau playing deeper than we've seen.
And the new catcher, Taylor No, out for a quick chat and now barking out instructions to the infield.
See if Hoffman's bunting here. Now we're going to try and add on, according to Rob Hamilton.
Yep. Fairchild takes ball 1. Fairchild last debut was a sac fly RBI.
Zach's a 3-year starter. He came on the scene with Butler. And boy, is that a nice infusion into your program as 9th graders?
Not too bad.
Gave him a shortstop and a catcher. They had a catcher at the time named Patterson who volunteered to go play third base because they were so impressed with this freshman catcher named Zach Fairchild. He's their RBI leader now with 33. And like Butler, he'll be back next year. All conference.
Sitting 3-0 here. And gets the green light and produces. Base hit to right. Throw to the plate. Not in time to get Hoffman. Everyone moves up a station. 6-0 on the scoreboard. Another RBI for Fairchild. And Sun Prairie threatening to blow this one wide open.
Third RBI of the night for Fairchild. We'll get a seat on the bench as the catcher needs a courtesy runner. There's a nice stroke. Lindau's throw too late to get Hoffman. Butler running all the way, stops at third. Fairchild goes to second on the throw. And you're right. It's a sunny night in Sun Prairie.
Colt Mayer now. Coit's 0 for 2 in this game.
Fairchild now with 5 RBIs in the state tournament. Tying him with Messenger for most RBIs.
High chop, cut off by Calowerts, comes home. Throw to third, not in time. Another run crosses the plate to make it 7-0.
Well, yeah, Butler's gonna go back to pick up the bat. He didn't do anything else. But you see his speed, bounder to short. Calwertz decides he's gonna throw home, and Butler just beats the throw with a nice slide. Then the courtesy runner for Fairchild beats the throw at third. It's an RBI for Mayer.
Good look there. Little dance around the traffic. Hand slap of the plate. And run number 7 on the board. Here's Carter Brecky. A single in 2 trips. An RBI.
Hunter Callan throwing in the Bayport bullpen. As there are runners in the corners, nobody out, 2 in a 7-0 game.
Runner goes from first. Throw down. Skips. Hits off of Mayer. And another run will score. And Bayport giving away runs. 8-0 Sun Prairie.
Michael Marchese came in to score for Sun Prairie when the ball skipped off the base runner.
That'll be an E2 on the catcher, no. Inside to Brecky, 3-0. That one gets away. And it was ball 4, so Brecky went to first. Mayer scoots down to third, putting runners at the corners, and still nobody out. Rob Hamilton's gonna.
I think he's gonna get a courtesy runner for somebody.
Yep.
Zach Brink's gonna run for Brecky.
So
This may be just an opportunity to get some guys' names in a state title game box score.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Brink for Brecky.
Yeah, because you know Brecky's going to go back in the game under the reentry rule.
Now Ryan Curran singled in the first, was hit by a pitch, and scored a run in the third. Three runs are in here in the 4th inning. There's a base hit to right. Another run is home. Brink on his way to third. The throw cut off. Runners at the corners once again. 9-0. Still nobody out. Here comes Mike Simons. And I believe he'll make a change here.
Indeed he will. After 9 runs and 10 hits, Simons is going to hook Frieder and bring in Hunter Callan. But he has just run into a buzzsaw. It is 9-0.
And they are a run away from, and they all know it too, from making it 10-0. If you can get to the 5th with a 10-run cushion, it's over early. And everyone in the house knows it.
Including Frieder, who comes off to a nice hand from the big crowd of Bayport supporters here. He had a tough night. Yeah, this is Hunter Callan making his first tournament pitching performance. On the year, it's his 6th game. He's thrown 9 innings, all in relief, allowed 2 hits, walking 4 and striking out 11. And I was going to look up. The last 10-run game I remember in the state title, Division I title game, when Kimberly beat Madison Memorial. Well, we had one last year. Goes to show you my memory. Hazy, Eau Claire beat Nina 11-1 last year in a game shortened after 6 innings.
Got confirmation from a ball player who was in that ball game, Bill Brophy.
Yeah, I believe Jess Eichhorst.
Young Jess Eichhorst says, "Yep, I was in that ball game."
Yeah, I think he took it over that night that Kimberly won 10-0.
And how about the karma that he was in that ball game and now he's here tonight, manning the camera behind home plate. Weird how the stars line up like that sometimes.
That was 2007 when Kimberly beat Jess Eichhorst and the Spartans.
Poor Jess has probably got a headache here watching history repeat itself. They still need another run to get there, and then they have to hold the fort for 2 more innings.
Now, this is surprising. I thought this would be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
And it might still. Honestly, we got a long way to go.
Yep.
But so far, Sun Prairie been very impressive, and Tony Butler has just been a strike-throwing machine on the mound.
Yeah, he's settled in, gotten very comfortable on the hill, and all these Sun Prairie hitters have been on the attack. They've scored in every inning, including 4 here so far in the 4th. Runner goes from second, throw down again, is in time to punch out.
That was Curran. I think he stayed in the game.
No, it was another courtesy runner who snuck in.
Oh, that was Brian Asselon.
Yeah.
Man.
Perfect throw by No. That's the first out. Pitch was a ball to Lund. To center. Greybig coming in. It drops. Throw's going to come home, and it squirts underneath No. Lund running the whole way into third. And now it's 10-0.
Strange play. Brink thought that one was going to be caught. He went back to tag up, and in doing so, his momentum was going toward the bag. But the ball fell in front of Greybig, who makes a strong throw. He's going to throw Brink out, but the throw goes through the catcher's legs, and so Brink scored. And Lund goes all the way to third after his first hit of the tournament, a run-scoring single. It's another error on Bayport, and their long night is starting to get nightmarish.
And give credit to Lund. He didn't pull up a lawn chair and watch to see what happened. He was running all the way. And when the throw went through, he kept on running. And when it went through the catcher, he continued to turn on the jets. And now he represents the 11th run if Garvey can knock him in. 8th man to bat here in the 4th. Takes a strike, 1-2.
And again, the infield in. Mike Simon doesn't want to get mercy ruled in the Division I title game.
No.
He wants to cut off the 11th run if he can.
Tapper foul by Garvey. He stays alive.
Ken, you have to play 5 innings before the 10-run rule kicks in. So Bayport will hit at least twice more.
Inside, 2-2 on Garvey. That's Lund at third. That's Garvey, the newbie. They'll get the out at first. Peterson was right there to pounce on it. And there are 2 down. And now the 9th man to bat. Leadoff man, Aaron Schmidt. His 4th AB here in the 4th inning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been that kind of night for Sun Prairie. They have 11 hits, 10 runs, and we're only in the 4th.
Infield back at normal defensive depth. And the outside, Schmidt takes a strike.
They've been aided by 2 walks, a hit batsman, 2 errors, I believe 4 wild pitches. Or 3 wild pitches and a pass ball on a strikeout.
Pushed foul. 1 and 2 to Schmidt. In the dirt, blocked by No. Lights have been turned on and begin to warm up to brighten things up here at Time Warner Cable Field. Lifted to center. Greybig on the run, makes the catch. Inning over, finally, for Bayport. Sun Prairie gets a 5 spot. They have matched the Sun Prairie girls down at the state softball tournament. They scored 10. The boys have scored 10. 10-0 our score here. That's all smiles in that Redbird dugout now.
Michael Marchese sucking up to the coach's son.
Should be the other way around. These guys are bashing the baseball around. And now it's up to Butler to basically just keep doing what he's been doing on the hill. He's facing Peterson to lead things off.
I think this is Greybig.
This is Greybig. Tries to bunt his way on, pushed it foul. Greybig 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. It'll be Greybig, Peterson, and Mackholm. Just one base hit. Messenger got it in the second. A single, that's it.
Butler struck out 1 and walked anybody. Throwing a lot of ground balls.
This one, a fly ball, shallow left, converging, and it pops out of the glove of Lund and then rolls into foul territory. So into second base is Greybig.
3 players converge. One may have had the best shot of it, and thought he did, I think, with his dive. Lund calls him off, and yeah, it hits in the glove.
Yep.
They got him to call it a hit. They do. He went a long way. It would have been a heck of a catch.
So Bayport trying to start something. Their second base hit.
First time they've had a base runner to second base.
And now Peterson, a ground out in his first AB.
And they forced Butler to pitch out of the stretch, and that's only happened one other time tonight. We talked about it the other night on the streaming broadcast, but Sun Prairie's turned out a lot of good players over the years. We talk about their team success. They've had pro guys, Andy Thompson being their most notable and #1 draft choice of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Here's a roller that Hoffman knocks down, but that's it. He was in stride to try to make the play and get the runner at first. He gets nothing. That'll be an error, putting Peterson aboard and Greybig at third.
It just eats him up. First error of the night for Sun Prairie.
So opportunity here for Brock Macholm. Upstairs 1-0. Yeah, you mentioned Andy Thompson. They retired his number 22 earlier this season. So you won't see a Redbird now or in the future with that digit on his back. High in the air. Back behind second. Hoffman calling everybody off. Makes the catch. 1 down. And the other aforementioned guys who have made it to the professional ranks, Corey and Kevin Feiner. And you've also got Curtis Muller, who played collegiately at Iowa and then was drafted and is still in the Cincinnati Reds organization.
Maybe he's playing a Double-A this year.
Yeah.
Reds think he's a prospect. He did very well in the Arizona Fall League last year, and you might see Curtis Muller catching Roldis Chapman someday.
Ooh.
But now they like Curtis Muller.
Here's Messenger. Swings and misses. Wicked cut, 0-2.
Michael Handel played a couple years back, currently playing shortstop for Minnesota. In fact, Butler and Handel a lot alike. Handel come in from shortstop and pitch. He threw a perfect game. Jay Wilson and I saw Handel throw a perfect game a couple years back. But he was basically a shortstop who did the same thing Butler did. Came in, threw strikes, threw cut fastball, kept it down low, got ground balls, just competed, challenged hitters, and got guys out. Well, Handel never thought of himself as a pitcher, although he certainly was a very good high school pitcher in the Big Eight. But he went on to Minnesota, started as a redshirt freshman this year for the Gophers. I believe he made the All-Big Ten rookie team. But he's a Sun Prairie guy. And I look at Butler when he comes in to pitch, and it reminds me a lot of Michael Handel. But he was a darn good player and has a pretty bright future in the game as well. But Sun Prairie's got a good program, just like Bayport. Good youth coaches, a lot of kids to come out.
Fair ball. Into the corner. It'll score a run. Messenger at it again. Makes it 10-1. His second hit of the night. The RBI double.
Messenger now 6 for 8 in the tournament with 6 RBIs. Rob Hamilton to the mound.
And all he wants to talk to these guys about is, all right, we still have a 9-run lead. Let's not let them put a crooked number up here and make it a big inning to give them some confidence to get back in this one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because, like, if we are thinking about it, the 10-run rule, you know those kids in the dugout were. And I think you're right. That's the message from Hamilton saying, let's get back to it. We're playing 7. Let's get some outs. Not worry about the score right now. Let's get out of this inning. And
runners at second and third, 1 down. Brett Neville will step to the plate.
And if you're in the Bayport dugout, you know you got to get as many runs as you can right now. Chip away at that lead.
Neville takes a strike. Ask Coleman in Division IV, right?
Exactly. That came from 7 down. It was 11-4. They came back to win 20-11.
0-2.
They're probably celebrating in Coleman right now, the Division IV championship. But the last thing you want to do is the lesson from that game is walk people. Johnson Creek walked 12 guys in that game, and that certainly helped Coleman in its unbelievable comeback.
Swing and a miss. Butler went right after Neville, and he didn't have a chance there. Second strikeout of the night for Tony Butler. 2 down, and now Lindau, the right fielder. In the air, foul territory. Mayer, yep. Dusk skies made that a bit of a challenge, but Mayer stayed with it, hung in there. Bayport finally tallies, though. 10-1 as we go to the 5th. It's the top of the 5th. Sun Prairie in command, but they'll need to get a run back here in the 5th if they want to have a shot of shortening this game once again. 10-1 our score in the D1 title tilt.
Aaron Hermsen has gone in the game at second base for Colton Peterson. Hermsen's a senior, and they got a shift on for Nate Hoffman here like he's a big-time pull hitter. Look at this. See this on the big leagues these days. They got a scouting report on Nate Hoffman. He's going to pull the ball. They got 3 infielders on the left side of second base.
Yeah, that's Hermsen, the new second baseman. He is playing to the right of the second base bag in your center field camera shot there.
I think that's a tip of the hat to a 4-year kid, Hermsen. Let him play in the state title game.
Three and one.
That's what you do when you run a nice program. You reward kids who've been with you for a long time.
Hoffman back in our direction.
Bob, you been hit up here this year?
Not yet.
Not with me, you haven't.
No, not with you. I usually duck, tuck, and roll. Hoffman swing and a miss. Callan gets his first K since coming on in relief. And now Tony Butler.
Butler 2 for 3 tonight. Scored 2 runs. Again, in the tournament, he's 7 for 11 and has scored 5 runs. Driven in a couple. Other than that, he hadn't done much.
Three and 0. Fairchild waits on deck. 10 runs and 11 hits so far for the Cards. And there's probably another base hit. It's knocked down by Macomb, beg your pardon.
They call it an error.
Call it an error on the corner sackers. So Butler is aboard again. And here's Fairchild at the plate again. Sac fly RBI in the second. And a RBI double in the fourth. And he's scored a pair of runs. Fairchild got all this one. To the gap it goes, the deepest part of this ballpark. Butler rounding third will hold. Fairchild will pull into second with another double.
Hamilton put the stop sign up. Then Hermsen dropped the relay throw. Fairchild has another hit. He's now 2 for 3 and will come off again for the courtesy runner. I agree with you. I thought this ball was really going to roll. Kind of died out there.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go all the way to the 105.7 sign there. And Gravick did a good job of tracking it down and getting it in. More activity in the Bayport bullpen.
And they've changed the scoring to a hit.
Oh.
So give... No, I beg your pardon. I'm thinking back to Butler. Beg your pardon. Hit all the way, double. Infield in for Mayer. And that bounces through for a base hit. Butler will score. Throw is cut off. Another run in. And they get that run back and add another one to make it 12-1.
And the Sun Prairie fans are starting to feel it. Mayer now has 6 RBIs in the tournament. 3 tonight. And it's 12-1, the Cardinals.
Here's Brecky. hear that one all the way up here.
It's a breaking ball that just never broke.
I think Wade Lebecki's going to have another damaged helmet to confiscate.
Yeah, he's got a collection outside the press box there. Bob's been checking him out. I wouldn't be surprised if Bob wears a couple of those babies home.
I'm going to use them for nacho trays during the summer.
I think we've got a pinch hitter here for Ryan Curran. Logan Mayer is going to get a swing.
Logan's a lefty. He's a senior. Part of the pitching staff.
Popular move with the Sun Prairie fans.
Yeah, they go nuts for Mara. Rob Hamilton, fun guy. There's a lot of guys like Rob, a lot of head coaches that you get them on the phone before the tournament, you start talking baseball, talking about their team. They just, I mean, my ear was burning. These guys love talking baseball, love talking about their kids, talking about the history of the program. I mean, they're all proud guys.
He should be. We've talked about it before. His brother Tom's the TV voice of the Cleveland Indians. You've heard a lot of his calls on SportsCenter, the MLB network.
Yep.
Tom Hamilton's a character, too. He's one of the best in the business. They're both from Waterloo, Wisconsin. And again, it's a baseball family. And both good baseball guys. Tom Hamilton's been doing Indians a long time.
Long time.
Mike Hegan, our old friend, and Rick Manning, I think the former Brewer.
Second for one. Relay gets away, and another run will score for the Cards. And that makes the crowd happy because Mara pushes the run across, winds up at second base.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite.
It's 13-1. They'll charge an error on the throw by the shortstop, Calawerts. And that'll bring up another pinch hitter. Nicholas Ballant, another senior.
And again, the students down in front of us are thrilled that he's going to get a cut. Nicholas 1 for 10 his senior year. Mars 1 for 9 after that ground out.
Takes a strike there. Yeah, they can feel it now. And they'll be heading back to Sun Prairie when this one is over. And probably a lot of them be back at it at Goodman Diamond in Madison for the girls' semifinal.
Yeah, they put them on that against Stevens Point or Germantown. I don't know who won that game. You'll be doing that game.
I'm doing that game. That's starting to.
Look forward to seeing it at the state softball.
Yeah. I'll be doing homework. I know where the Sun Prairie homepage is, so that's already been bookmarked. It'll be easy for me to go there and start getting some info on the girls. 2-2 to Nick with 2 down.
So if you haven't had enough of Bob on Fox Sports Wisconsin.com the last 3 days of baseball, you get him tomorrow night for softball.
I've certainly had enough of me. And Bayport, well, they've probably seen enough of Sun Prairie. They need 3 runs to keep their season alive. It's 13-1 here in the middle of the 5th. Bayport Pirates, perhaps their last gasp here to keep this game and keep this season alive. They'll need 3 runs to do so here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 13-1 Sun Prairie. They got 3 in the first, 1 in the second and the third, 5 in the fourth, and then 3 more in the 5th inning.
Nice gesture there by Rob Hamilton. I think he gave Nate Hoffman a curtain call, sent him out to his position, and then took him off for the applause of fans. Hoffman, the senior player of the year in the Big 8. I think it's a new shortstop, is it not?
And we got a new batter here as well, Jake Heinzen.
Both coaches like recognizing this could be it. They're getting some players in the state title game. But nice gesture. Hoffman moved to Arizona after growing up with these kids in Sun Prairie. He thought he was done with them, and his family moved. He did too 4 years ago. And then came back and got to finish his career with quite a group. I mean, said to Hamilton about a month ago, said probably a question you don't want to get yet, but how's this team compare to your good teams you've had here? And he says, I don't want to answer that yet. But he said it's as talented as any team I've had. He says the difference was the other teams won state championships. We haven't. That was, again, about a month ago, about 2 weeks before the tournament grind started. And I think tonight he will answer that it's as good as any team he's had.
Fisted to center, and it drops in for a base hit. And we'll have another different face at the plate. Andy Schraffer, another junior. Nope, he's in the on-deck circle, jumping the gun. Here's Jack Violetta, who pitched yesterday in the semi. Or 2 days ago in the semifinal, beg your pardon.
Violetta 2 for 6 his senior year. He had a good senior year pitching, though. Went 6-0. He gets to swing the bat one more time as a Bayport Pirate.
Fouls that one off. Well, we told you at the beginning of the broadcast about having Tony Butler on the hill, and while he has been very efficient, his offense made it easy on him to throw strikes, to get outs, to get ground balls. And he's been relaxed from the first inning on when he got a 3 spot from the offense. The only jam came when they tallied that run in the 4th, but that offense made it easy. Runner goes. And they'll let him trot down to second.
Butler wasn't paying much attention to the runner, and nobody covered, so defensive indifference, I would assume, is the call.
Violetta steps out, takes a moment. And Butler looking to finish off Bayport and finish off the season for Sun Prairie. Swing and a miss. He finishes off Violetta with a strikeout.
3rd strikeout for Butler. Another pinch hitter, as you suggest. Andy Schreffer is a junior.
And there are more fresh legs in the on-deck circle. So
Andy's 3 for 12 his junior year.
Mike Simon's ever letting a lot of his guys get a taste of state tournament play. Butler pounds in a strike, 1-1. One and two.
Well, 13 hit attack for Sun Prairie behind Butler. Nate Hoffman had 3 hits. Butler had 2 hits, scored 3 runs.
Here's a bouncer to first, gobble up. And 1 out to go. And I hope the house music coordinator here at Time Warner Cable Field has Sister Sledge queued up. That's been the theme song, the old Pirates We Are Family song that the Cardinals play after their victories. And they may have worn out the CD with all the wins they piled up this year. 30-1, about to make it 31-1. Matt Van Boxtel is the hitter. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
And they feel it now all over Sun Prairie and certainly in the third base dugout.
All fouled off into the Cards dugout.
I think somebody made a leaping catch. A player was ready to leap onto the field and dogpile, made a leaping catch of the foul ball into the dugout. It was Ryan Roscoe, actually.
Swing and a miss. They got to get the play at first. They do. Ball game, and the D1 championship is in the cards for Sun Prairie in 2012. What an impressive win in the championship game. What a year for those young men.
That's a pretty good team. You want to say it, go ahead. The pitcher.
Oh, the Butler did it.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
But you know what?
He had a lot of help.
Yeah, the Butler did it, but so did everybody else in that Redbird dog pile.
Well, Zach Fairchild with 3 RBIs, Cloyd Mayer with 3 RBIs, Ryan Curran, Jonah 1, Michael Garvey each drove in a pair. Nate Hoffman had 3 hits. Tony Butler scored 3 runs and threw a 4-hitter. Complete game. Sun Prairie's a darn good team. Got a school record 31 wins, and now they're the state champs in 2012.
The final pitch. The final out. And the final time that they can celebrate and listen to We Are Family. A family gathering near the first base bag to celebrate their 6th state championship. 13-1 the final.
Assisted by Dave Anderson, Executive Director of the WIAA. The members of the Bayport Pirates.
Testing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Field mic. Test. Okay.
Joey Meyer. Ryan Tua. Eric Ulrich. Matt Caesar. Jack Violina.
That guy's on the news. Oh my God.
Sam Shaw. Andy Klepper.
Welcome back to Time Warner Cable Field here in Appleton. Surprise! Sun Prairie makes quick work of Bayport 13-1 in 5 innings. They are the champs in Division 1 and baseball champs, state baseball champs for the 6th time in school history. Jay Wilson standing by with one of the happy winners from the Redbirds dugout.
Test. Can you hear me? You got me, guy. Not cut now.
Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Sun Prairie wins the title. Tony Butler on the mound tonight. You're the best shortstop of the state. You get the call to start pitching tonight. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm all for that. You know, I like to be up there on the mound.
It's cutting out again.
Bayport team, you 10 run them. Did you think a possibility?
That's the goal, but, you know, I'll be honest, I don't think anybody expected it. You know, they're a great team, and credit to them. They played great, but we just came out, hit the ball a little bit better, found some holes, and worked out.
There's a lot of teams that have a lot of great players, yours included. What is it about this team with all those great players that makes it a great team?
I think everybody's just together. Our team chemistry is the best I've seen in 3 years. I know Coach Hamilton hits on that a lot, that we're so close, and, you know, we trust each other. If somebody makes a mistake, we know that somebody else is going to pick them up.
Use Mitch's camera.
The winning pitcher tonight. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back up to the booth. Thanks, Tony. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Do
Jay.
you want that, or should I take that?
I can take it.
Okay.
Trav, can you use the camera mic there? Will that pick it up? Or Mitch, right? Mitch was right there. Okay, so you're all good. We'll have it either way. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. All right, Jay, thanks. Well, Bill, we talked about the Open, that these are two of the best baseball teams in Division I from 2000 on. They both have hardware in the trophy cases. They've both had tremendous seasons of late. And Bayport just ran into the buzzsaw that is Sun Prairie. They were just the better team when it was all said and done. Maybe the biggest surprise was that they were able to make quick work of them in only 5 innings. But, boy, Sun Prairie showed from the beginning to end of 2012 that they were the team to beat.
Yeah, when you go 31-1, that says something right there. And they had the #1 ranking in their back since about mid-April on, and they proved it. They proved to everybody. They played a tough schedule. They won the Big 8. They came here and blew through the field. Again, don't forget what Nate Hoffman did to get them here. Ryan Roscoe threw 133 pitches to beat a good Stevens Point team. And then Tony Butler did it all tonight. A 4-hitched complete game, even though it was a 5-inning game. But I thought he even wrapped up he did the analysis for us. He talked about the camaraderie and the chemistry on the team. He talked about how Bayport ran into a buzzsaw of bats. He never figured it was going to happen. It'd be a 10-run roll. I think Tony could have my job, and he'd probably do a better job. He's certainly a heck of a shortstop, and he showed tonight he can pitch as well. But this is a good team, and I think that's what's impressive about Sun Prairie. Rob Hamilton put together a good club. They got a lot of weapons. Hoffman's a awfully good pitcher. He's going to go to Madison College. Roscoe may go to lacrosse. He's a darn good high school pitcher. And they got a lot of guys that can bang the ball. Austin Schmidt, Mayer, Brecky, and that shortstop, Tony Butler's a good player. I think the best junior in the state. We'll be lucky enough to get to watch him again next season.
Well, congratulations to Sun Prairie and all the champions here at the 2012 tournament, which is now in the record books. It's over, and we hope that you enjoy the 2012 tournament. For my partners, Bill Brophy and Jay Wilson and Sophia Minert, Bob Brainerd saying so long from Time Warner Cable Field here in Grand Chute. Once again, the final in the Division I State Championship. Sun Prairie 13 and Bayport 1. Good night, Wisconsin.